It's Myke and Mo.
No.
Myke and Mo show the bar is low.
No, that doesn't work. You know, it almost sounds a little Larry David-like. I expect Larry David to walk around the corner.
Well, we have one bald guy in here, and we have one Jew in here, so if we combine our powers, maybe so.
Summon Larry David.
What's up, guys? Welcome to The Bar is Low with Myke and Mo. This is Myke.
This is Mo.
And we're podcast guys.
Partners?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't look me in the eyes when you say it like that. Partners?
Sweet nothings. Yes, we are. We are podcast partners.
Like my hetero life, mate. That's what that is. Get the Kevin Smith thing out of the way early.
Lori always makes comments about how
she does.
She thinks that we're doing it.
Yeah, she thinks
or at least dating.
We're kind of a couple.
Yeah,
we're courting.
She told us to take a massage together.
She did.
Ooh.
On the show.
No, she says that, Mo, you are my boyfriend because I'm playing video games or talking.
No,
or
we're 12 years old hanging out.
Yeah, we're just chilling. So, cool. We've made it another week. So, we have 2 shows this week, everybody.
Dos.
One of the shows is this one. And this is everything that you have come to expect from The Bar is Low will be in this show.
Nothing.
You're gonna get some absolute shit podcasting is what you've come to expect, and that's what you're gonna get here. The second show that we are releasing is our baseball show.
Baseball.
Because we're both huge baseball fans, and pitchers and catchers report
soon.
This week, if they haven't already.
Within a week or so,
yeah.
week and a half, yeah.
And so we're doing an entire baseball show, which is essentially we talk about a bunch of baseball stuff, and then we run down our all-time lineups, which takes about 45 minutes. So if you're a baseball fan, you're going to love that show.
If you're not, don't listen to that show.
If you're not a baseball fan, do not listen to that show.
And if you're a baseball fan, you might hate that show. You might hear it and go, no, not that guy, not that guy. You might do that to us the whole time, which is okay.
And you have opportunity to call in and leave us voicemail messages, but the one thing that we do have is a bet. We're not going to tell you what that bet is here. You actually have to listen to the other show and then
nice hook.
Follow directions.
Nice hook.
Exactly. Follow directions, and then you can figure out what the what's at stake.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I love it. Love it.
So non-baseball fans, go listen to the baseball show. But first, listen to the rest of this show. So
don't go now.
No,
not now.
No, not at all. It's been a fun week. We've actually gone a full week without doing a show, and we knew that you guys were all dying for one. So here we are.
But we did
we
get
know
a
that
phone
both
call,
of you are dying.
We did get a phone call from our most loyal fan.
Our most loyal fan, Liz.
Good job, Liz.
Yeah. We can always count, when we have nothing to talk about on the show, we can always count on Liz to
she provides a topic.
come in. Yeah, she does provide good topics, actually.
Yeah.
So we're going to listen to this voicemail.
All right. Why don't you play it?
Hey guys, it's Liz, your most loyal listener.
Liz.
You guys have talked a couple of times about separate celebrity encounters, and I just wanted to know from each of you, because it sounds like you both have met quite a number of people over the years.
A few.
Who's your favorite celebrity encounter? You guys don't have to go negative and tell me who's your least favorite, but who is your favorite celebrity that you've met or that you've spoken to that you've got a chance to actually, rub elbows with? And I just thought that'd be a fun story. Okay, thanks guys, bye.
Yeah.
Topics out of the blue.
That's a good topic. I have met, it's going to sound real cocky to say it, I've met a lot of celebrities, and Mo has met a lot of celebrities. Unfortunately, we're not celebrities in ourselves, but...
I don't know. You can speak for yourself.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
I think some people know me as the greatest celebrity of all time.
Oh, Santa Claus, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm not going to put him on my list. He's not near the top of that list.
Well, because you're Jewish.
So, I like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. The first one that comes to mind.
Let's go back and forth.
Want to go back and forth?
Bam. Make them quick.
So, I got to spend a little bit of time with Gilbert Gottfried in a green room.
He's the top of your list?
What if you were the chump husband?
So let me tell you why. Because Gilbert Gottfried's hilarious.
No,
absolutely
funny
hilarious.
Guy. Funny guy.
And I was a producer on a Comedy Central show called At Midnight with Chris Hardwick.
I remember that show.
And I love Chris Hardwick too. He's definitely one of the guys on this list.
It's like
but
two at once right there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with Gilbert Gottfried because there's a little bit of a story with it. In that, so I'm hanging out with him, talking after the show. He drops the shtick. It's Gilbert Gottfried, like the actual human person.
The real voice.
Yeah, the real voice.
Wow, it's rare.
Not the Iago voice.
Right.
So we were just talking, just like two normal people. Like I think he's a cool, really great guy. He's like, I've never heard of you, but you're back here, so you must be someone. And so we're just talking, and throughout the conversation, like every minute, he turns around and takes a bag of chips.
Where did he take them to?
He doesn't open the bag of chips. He puts them in his backpack.
Interesting.
Throughout the course of this like 10 to 12 minute conversation, every chip, every single snack in that green room
loaded up
went into his backpack.
That's crazy.
When he leaves, like he has like a satchel. It looks like he's got like he is
Santa's
ready.
bag.
He is ready to go to war. Like he has. He could probably like go trek across the Sahara with the number of provisions in his backpack. And it's hilarious. And then I find out after this, I start telling the story to other people, and they're like, oh yeah, that's his MO.
Really?
He is actually known. Gilbert Gottfried is actually known for taking all the snacks out of the green room. It's really funny, and I'm sure
Good
that
for
we
him.
could. There's probably documentation. Other people have probably talked about it on other shows, or maybe it's online. I don't know, but that was my experience. So it was a great conversation, and I have a little bit of an anecdote to tell about how Gilbert Gottfried takes all the snacks. So there you go.
Good for him.
There you go. So what about you?
Maybe he gets hungry on the ride home or something. I don't know.
Can't be that long of an Uber ride in New York.
Never know.
Yeah.
Never know. So I had a I'll start with one that's the phone conversation, not an in person. Will that work?
Yeah, I think that counts. I mean, you talked with him.
Yeah, I spoke with Hulk Hogan.
Oh, you used to look like Hulk Hogan.
I did. I had a little Hulk
Yeah,
look.
the handlebar mustache going on, and
not really the hair.
The shirt that would just rip off randomly. Oh wait, no, never mind. He ripped off his shirt. Yours just
unbuttoned on.
Yeah, you do a good. You do a good Hulk.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Ooh, dude.
I got little Hulksters, dude. And what you gonna do, Mean Gene?
Oh my.
So anyway,
do tell.
So I was working down in Orlando with the Orlando Predators arena football team, and we were going to have him come in. We had tried to get him to come in for the Arena Bowl, and a mutual friend had his number, so let's just give him a call, put it in my phone. So I still have that cell phone number, by the way, and no, we're not going to call it right now.
Oh.
Maybe another day.
You read my mind.
So
what was that sound I just made?
I call.
Please continue your story.
I
don't want to forget about that.
So
actually, yeah.
Hulk, it was really funny. He introduced the other guys, took the conversation to start with. He said, "I'm going to put you on the phone with Billy here, and he's going to talk to you about the Arena Bowl." And he hands me the phone, and I now granted, I'm a kid growing up in the time of Hulkamania, right? I had the cassette tape of his workout that you'd play during your workout. Be like, "One more rep, brother." You know, it was awesome. It was phenomenal.
Wow. Okay.
And so anyway, I'm a big Hulkster fan growing up. When I was in college, even I wanted Hulk Hogan size arms. He has the 24-inch pythons, right?
Yeah.
And I got to 21. I didn't get any bigger than 21.
What a loser!
I know, just little 21-inch arms.
Pansy ass.
But that's as big as I can get my arms back in the day. So I get Hulk on the phone, and I'm actually a little bit nervous to have this conversation.
I would be too.
So I get on the phone, and I take the phone, and try to be real cool. I said, "Hi, Terry." And his real name.
Yeah.
I said, "Hi, Terry." And he goes, I swear to God, the answer was, "How's it going, brother?"
Oh.
And I went,
oh, I bet.
I giggled like a little girl.
Oh, I bet.
And I was like, it's great to talk to you, man. You know, big fan. We're talking to you about maybe having you come in for this thing. And he said, "Yeah, what are you looking at?" I said, "Well, it's just Arena Bowl. You come in, there's no meet and greet, there's no fan time. It's just walk on the field, wave to the crowd, on the cameras. It'll be on CBS, and then you'll walk off." And he said, "I don't get off my couch for less than $75,000, brother." And I go, "I only have a $10,000 budget, and I think you just declared bankruptcy." So I didn't say that. I didn't dare. I figured he'd punch me through the phone. And I tried to get him to come up. I got him to lower it to $50,000, but he wouldn't leave Tampa to go to Orlando for less than $50,000.
Wait,
but a really cool
that's
conversation.
That's like an hour 15 drive.
Maybe 2. I-4 gets a little
Not
crazy.
the way I drive.
I-4, you don't have a choice.
There's the shoulder. There's always the shoulder. In Florida, driving in the shoulder is completely. It's called a Florida lane. And you're completely allowed to. Some of the scariest moments I've ever had driving have been in Broward County, Florida.
So anyway, Hulk was a cool thing to be able to talk to him and know that I still have his number. I've reached out to him a couple times since, but a lot of the pro wrestlers I've had conversations with and know far better than talking to Hulk. But Hulk is one of those that everyone knows. The ones that people don't know, the Kevin Nash, the Tommy Dreamers, who I'm big fans of, I actually still know and still talk to on occasion. Nowhere near as much as I'd like to, including the likes of one of my all-time favorite people, as we're talking about the baseball show, Dale Torborg, who's also a pro wrestler and works still in Major League Baseball.
So when are any of them coming on the show? On this show?
I don't, the bar is pretty low here, so I don't know if this is a place they want to come.
The bar is low, but thus far the call-ins have been pretty high.
So here's what I would say. I would say the best bet for us to get that is we need those numbers up. So our fans who are listening need to share the show and have people listen to the show so we can get those numbers to those guys and say, hey, look, we have a lot of listeners now. Yeah. It's worth you coming on the show.
And by our callers being high, that was a throwback to Andy Dick calling in on the last show.
Wow, yeah.
I think he wasn't entirely sober, but he has been engaging with us a little bit on social media. So our sponsor, Goat Boy Soaps, actually kept the conversation going with us. When we posted our last show, brought to you by Goat Boy Soap, and Andy Dick replied saying, and send me some damn soap. And I'm pretty sure Lisa's on it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Goat Boy sent some soap out.
I think Andy needs to wash up a little bit, including his mouth. Dirty mouth.
Yeah, well, talking about this is not going to get him back on the show, so should we edit that part out, or should...
We don't edit. Come on.
Yeah. We may have to do our first edit job on that part. We'll see. I don't know. I really don't care.
So, all right, back to you. You've mentioned a couple of names here, Chris Hardwick and Gilbert Gottfried. Who else do you want to throw in this conversation?
Oh, man. I mean, one of the coolest guys who I've chatted with, just a really cool, authentic guy, was a NASCAR driver, AJ Allmendinger. A lot of people who don't follow NASCAR actually may not know. I mean, he doesn't, finish at the top of the championship table and all that stuff.
Not a big name.
But he was driving the Scott's toilet paper car, and that's a product that I can endorse.
I guess everyone uses toilet paper except that one friend of yours who doesn't wipe.
We're not going to name drop him, though. I'm not Jose Canseco. I'm not naming names.
Don't name... Well, somebody needs to say it right there.
Yeah, I didn't do it. But the Dinger, as we got to call him, was real cool. I actually I met him a couple of times, worked on some videos with him. He was a real cool guy. Actually, I learned that a lot of the NASCAR drivers, which I've worked with maybe a dozen plus in my life, a lot of them are just really cool, chill, authentic guys. They're not. I mean, they're worth millions, but they're not like on the same egomaniac plane of existence that a lot of these millionaire ball players are at.
Okay.
They're just really cool guys. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that many of them are Southern gentlemen, right? And there is something to be said about the Southern gentlemen. Like you lived in Mississippi, you saw it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There's something to be said about Southern guys. They can be worth nothing. They can be worth everything. They always kind of remember where they came from. So I don't know if the answer to Liz's question is NASCAR drivers in general, but most of them were really cool. Kyle Busch was a little bit full of himself. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. But I mean, when I said action, he was cool to work with. But the Dinger was really cool. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was a really cool guy who I got to work with a couple of times. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. actually, I made a video. It was a baby food taste test. And it was him and Trevor Bayne, two NASCAR drivers.
All right.
And I forget who won. I think Ricky won. He's the guy dating Danica Patrick, by the way.
Attaboy.
But he is equally he's an amazing driver, which is actually his real claim to fame.
Okay.
But we should maybe do something like that on this show. I think that'd be real fun. Baby food taste test.
I'm in.
Because the baby foods are they're just actual foods, pureed.
I think we should do some kind of spill your guts. Like the James Corden does, where he puts nasty foods. You have to either answer the question or eat the food.
Okay.
I think we should do that.
So we have two eating things. I think the baby food taste test will do better for podcast because, I mean, when James Corden does that and you actually see the bull penis, it's kind of like, someone has to pick up that bull penis and then chomp into it. That's kind of...
We can take video.
The visual... All right, so you go find the bull penis.
I'm not saying bull penis.
I'm going to bring the baby food.
All right. Fair enough.
You have a bull penis guy. You know you have a bull penis guy.
I don't think I do. Okay, so
if we need to find a bull penis, I guarantee you'll be able to find one.
So I like that you moved into drivers, and I'm going back off this topic. So I'm going to say I met and hung out a little bit with Larry Dixon. I've had him on another podcast.
That's cool.
Larry Dixon.
Another podcast.
Top Fuel. I've done other podcasts before I came here, and several actually.
Yeah, well, giddy up and get him here, boy.
Well, he was an excellent guest, Top Fuel guy. But I think probably the coolest one that I had back then, who didn't do the podcast, who I got to meet and hang out, have dinner with, actually had lunch with, and then went to a fight with at MSG.
Okay.
I got to hang out with Freddie Roach.
Oh, no way.
So, see, this is one of your top guys.
I love Pacquiao. Love Freddie Roach. Yeah.
Right, and Pacquiao, one of the greatest trainers.
Absolutely, yeah.
To have Freddie Roach in a conversation talking about boxing it's like
that's just sit down, shut up, and absorb everything he has to say.
He was so cool to talk to.
You need to clean yourself there.
He was amazing. He was a wonderful interview.
I bet.
Without it being an interview, we just had lunch and we just chatted about boxing and how great boxing was.
That's cool.
Really good guy to hang out with. So I just dropped a couple in there. I give you Larry Dixon and Freddie Roach back at you.
There you go. Are we just going to go back and forth and talk about our
I don't know, for a couple, why
meetings?
Not?
I mean, I already talked about Andy Dick. The bar doesn't get any lower than that, does it?
No, it doesn't drop any further down than that.
I may be able to.
Oh, God. And we know who they are?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
This is my second celebrity sighting in L.A.
Oh, no.
It was for work.
Oh, no.
And my first two celebrity sightings didn't go all that well. So I show up to work to record audio for an animated show.
Okay.
I show up to work at the CBS Television City to record audio for an a short animated series.
Okay.
And the star of the animated series is someone who is being a life coach to celebrities, life coach to the stars, was what the subtitle was for the show. And this person had no business being a life coach in real life or in cartoon form.
Okay.
The person showed up at 8 a.m. He was blitzed, hammered.
Oh.
I don't know what the words are.
Don't want to hear that.
He was drunk.
Okay.
He was drunk. He wasn't stumbling, though, when he walked in, which I thought he would be, considering he was wearing 6-inch platforms on his shoes.
Oh, wow.
And was still about 3 inches shorter than me at the time.
Prince?
Danny Bonaducci. The Dooch.
Wow.
The
I
Dooch.
forgot the bar was low.
The
like
bar
Prince would have
was
been
low.
really cool with super short and wears platform shoes, but
No. But if Prince walked in,
Bonaducci.
I'd be like, "Hey, dude, if you just left the green room and you smell like, I don't know," he probably would have been drinking something just delectable.
likely. Probably would have smelled great and looked great anyway, even if he was falling over drunk. Yeah.
No, Danny Bonaducci was probably drinking vodka out of a plastic bottle, like a plastic handle, like Dubra.
Wow.
Which costs like
$8 a gallon. Yeah.
And is usually only drunk by women who can't leave their house because they're on oxygen. Like those are the people drinking Dubra.
That was a statement right there.
I'm not chasing a Dubra sponsorship.
Wow.
You didn't like that one? You didn't like that one?
Goodness.
You didn't like that one? So, well, that's the end of the story. Danny Bonaducci was wasted, and he shows up, and I mean, we try running lines, and the line is like, "Hey, my name is Danny," and it took like 40 takes. Him and Danny. Danny, we're gonna have to take that again. Hey, Danny. No.
Come on, get happy.
Danny.
Come on, Danny, try it again.
Danny.
Whole lot of loving is what
Danny-
we'll be bringing.
Danny Partridge and Danny Bonaducci are just like they're the opposite of one another.
A little antithesis. Yeah.
That's just life right there.
Yeah, maybe it is.
That's just life.
So I'm going to throw it to somebody who I expected to be drunk just because of some of his roles, who I met on the set of a movie that I'm an extra in, that I've never seen. Somebody who was in Natural Born Killers and Point Break. He was in Wyatt Earp. And one of my all-time favorite movies he was in. He was in Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. If you've never seen it, you need to see that movie
Who
right
is this,
now.
though? Who is
Push
this?
pause. Tom Sizemore.
I'm not pressing pause. We don't push pause. We don't
Push
edit
pause.
the show.
No.
Tom
I'm saying
Sizemore, though.
Everyone here who's never seen Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man needs to see that movie.
Needs
It's
to
great.
finish this show and then
No,
to finish
go
the
buy it
show
right
and
now.
then go.
So
I guess we still got the number. We still got the listen.
So Tom
We'll see you
Sizemore, he was on this movie, and actually while he was between takes, kind of sought me out. Came over, sat down, and just started BSing for about 15 minutes.
Neat.
We had nothing to talk about, and like you just talk about how you doing, man. What do you do? And we just started chatting. It has nothing to do with like autographs or celebrity. It was just a couple of people just sitting there chatting.
There you go.
So he was a really cool guy to kind of hang out with. And again, I've never seen the movie or the one scene that I'm in, but I had a red beard at that time.
Yeah, I remember the red
The
beard.
red beard.
That was a good time.
That's when I shot that.
Speaking of beards, and this is just we can't keep talking about celebrities the whole time. Maybe we can. I don't know.
We can, but I don't know
there
if
was
we want
a great late bearded man who I met.
Okay.
Kimbo Slice.
Oh, Kimbo.
Complimented my shoes. He liked my shoes. I pride myself. I wear decent shoes every now and again.
But he liked your shoes.
I had.
Did you offer them to him?
They had some nice Jordans. Well, they wouldn't fit him.
Yeah,
They wouldn't fit him.
Big man.
But he was like, "Let me see that shoe," and I gave it to him. And he was like, "This is a cool shoe." And then, Then he went to. He was supposed to then follow that up with beating the shit out of Ken Shamrock, and then that fight didn't happen.
Then the fight did happen, and I was there. I was in St. Louis for that fight.
He still won.
The
Though.
company I was working for sponsored Ken Shamrock for that fight. I drove to St.
remember that.
Louis
Yeah.
to watch that fight and to watch Ken lose that fight.
But
which
that one was that one back in.
He should have won if you watch a replay of that.
The tap out. Yeah,
Ken had that.
He kind of tapped out, but
he
then
tapped
I
out.
kind of
He
bet on
tapped out.
Kimbo, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
He I guess Shamrock. I think he did something like he broke his nose or something while training for that fight, and this was the Elite XC back in the day, if you remember Elite XC.
Yeah.
And then Kimbo had to fight some guy, Sean something or other, with purple hair, and then Sean won. Having not trained to fight Kimbo, he's just
Right.
like, I'm just going to step in and fight, and he won, beat
Wow.
Kimbo. And Elite XC was around for a good, 6 months, and then Kimbo lost, and that was that. Sorry.
So a lot of our people tend to be in the realm of
Sports
celebrity.
Sports or comedy.
Yeah. And the last one I'll give you, and we'll move on from this. I hung out with the Worm. I hung out with Dennis Rodman.
I sat next to him on an airplane in coach.
Did you give him a hard time, or did you shut your mouth?
No, I was like, I'm sitting next to Dennis Rodman.
He's a big dude.
He's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's a full 6'9". I hung out with him for hours and shared conversation, and he's far smarter than he puts it off to be.
Yeah.
He retains a lot of information, and I actually also had one of his cigars. One of his staff
Is
gave
it called
to
The
me.
Worm?
No. He stopped somewhere and bought cigars on our way to a club.
Oh, I thought you meant like he had a brand of cigars.
No.
We could totally do that commercial. Smoke the Worm.
Let's not do that commercial. That's a bad idea. So he stopped on the way to the club and bought he bought 12 cigars on his way to the club one night.
Okay.
Stopped into the club. I told this guy, I'm like, oh, I'd love to get a cigar. He's here. Have one of Dennis's. He won't mind. I was like, oh, really? You sure? He's like, no, he won't mind at all. He hands me a cigar.
Yeah.
I light the cigar, smoke the cigar, go over, talk to Dennis. And he's talking to me for a couple minutes before he goes, is that one of my cigars? And I go, yeah, your guy gave it to me. He goes, he's not supposed to give away my cigars.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I'm sorry, but thank you.
Do you want it back?
But thank you. It's already, smoked down a little ways. And he
That
was like,
wouldn't stop Dennis Rodman from
little
asking
eye
for
roll.
it back.
Yeah, a little eye roll I got from him, but he was cool after that. But he smoked all those cigars in one night, and he didn't puff on them. He smoked 12 cigars or 11 cigars in one night.
Sucked them all down.
Yeah.
And you got the 12th.
I had the 12th.
Wow.
How crazy is that he smoked 11 cigars?
How I mean, Dennis Rodman's tongue has just got to be like the worst. Like that tongue deserves an apology.
Or applause, one or the other.
I mean, if it's still kicking, if it's still licking, then
this is going a hole. The bar is dropping. So anyway, he was. I had a great conversation with him about sports, about winning, about championships, about basketball, about football, great conversation, and it was a good guy.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
Yeah, so Liz, we've had a bunch of celebrities we've spoken with and met and talked to and hung out with, and let's hope it's not over. Let's hope there's more who are on their way.
Yeah.
And more that we can work with going forward.
I have a question for you, Mo.
Shoot.
What is the best flavor of Girl Scout cookie? And why is it the Thin Mint?
It's not the Thin Mint.
Oh.
No.
I beg to differ, but now we're going to debate it out.
Oh, Samoas all day.
You're a Samoa guy?
Samoas
That's
all
the
day.
coconut?
Give me
chocolate?
coconut and caramel. Oh, my God.
Yeah?
It's amazing. Yes.
You go the Samoa.
Samoa.
What about
Hands down. Drop the mic. Done. No discussion.
See, I like the Thin Mint.
I like the Thin Mint
I
in
like
the freezer.
Thin Mint. See, a lot of people say that. They go, you have to freeze the cookie.
I like them frozen, yeah.
I like it raw.
Okay. I mean...
I don't need to freeze. I don't need to freeze the cookie to enjoy it.
Oh my gosh! Did you hear that? Oh God!
Rumor has it. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
So
no, I like a Thin Mint just straight out of the box. Maybe dunk it in some milk. It's good to go. I'm also a tag-along fan.
tag-alongs are okay.
I love peanut butter.
I do too. But
Love me some peanut butter.
I don't think they're the best kind of peanut butter cookie. I'm a little disappointed. They're almost
Really?
it's almost like the peanut butter is a processed weird peanut butter. I don't like it as much. But Samoas are hands down number one. I don't disagree with the lemon drop.
The lemon drop.
Yeah, they have a lemon drop.
Didn't they rename that to Savannah Smiles?
Is it Savannah Smiles?
I think that's the Savannah Smiles. Yeah.
The lemon powdered sugar.
I do like a
Wonderful.
Savannah Smiles,
but you
I do
can't
like
eat a whole
Savannah
box
Smiles.
of those. That's just too rich.
No,
You can't
those
do
are
it.
that's a good tea cookie. That's a good tea cookie.
I
You're
guess.
having some tea. You have your Savannah Smiles.
That's so
with
classy of you.
it. Yeah. Thin Mint.
tea
Thin Mint
cookie.
is good with milk.
Yes.
Right. The
yes, it
tag
is.
along. I think would be good with milk. Perhaps coffee.
Why are we talking so much about Girl Scout cookies? We did this last show too.
Because they just started to ship.
Well, you know,
But we never discussed what the favorite one. And everybody has a very strong opinion on this.
some do. Yeah, yeah.
I can't
There's a
stand
lot that I like.
Do-si-dos. Do-si-dos are not my thing.
I like Do-si-dos.
I am not the do-si-do guy.
So here's the difference. You're going to be shocked at this. This is the first year I've done this. I ordered Girl Scout cookies. I'm not asking for any of them. I'm asking them all to be shipped to
your Hartford office?
no, to those serving in the military to get
Oh,
free
that's
cookies.
cool.
I have none myself this year.
How do you sign up for that?
Your Girl Scout troop can do that. When you go to buy your cookies, you can tell them you want them shipped off, and they will ship them to the military.
See, they just looked at me and they were just like, "No, this guy wants his cookies."
I got that too. I got the same thing, and the response is, "I'm not eating them right now."
See, I was not given that option. Had I known that was an option, because I have literally $80 worth of Girl Scout cookies coming to me. Now I'll ship them to some if someone has an APO number that they want.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so tweet, call in something.
Tweet-a-dee.
Social media. If anybody has someone serving overseas they want to send Girl Scout cookies to, I'll send one of my boxes to them. Care of you.
Tweet.
There you go.
All right, cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. They're about to ship. I thought that it was very important that we find out. You can tell. You know how Forrest Gump says that you can tell a lot about a person from their shoes.
Yes.
I think you can tell a lot about a person from the type of Girl Scout cookie.
Really? So what have you learned about me?
I've learned that you like coconut.
I love anything coconut. You put on I cook with coconut oil.
Well, that coconut oil is very high saturated fat.
It's the next fats
It's just
too?
like butter. Yeah, but it's just like a butter.
I don't cook with a lot of it anyway.
Yeah.
I cook with a lot of natural flavors. So
A lot of people use coconut oil as I'm using coconut oil. It's healthier, but it's
healthy
actually
and
not.
safe. No,
it's actually
good.
not.
It's still
Now, coconut oil on the skin.
it's outstanding. I do it after I shave my head. I do it after I shave my head. I rub coconut oil on my head.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
That explains the sheen.
It does.
I thought that was just lack of hygiene, but
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah, there you
Hey,
go.
while we're talking about being clean, let's just jump into this about Goat Boy Soap.
Oh
our
yeah,
sponsor.
yeah.
So
Shout out Goat Boy Soap.
GoatBoy.us, Goat Boy Soap since 2001 brings you some of the best soaps you'll ever find anywhere around. For those with sensitive skin, try the unscented stuff. But you know what? This is just great soap, and both of us use this soap on a regular basis. Not together, but we use this soap.
I have blackberry sage in my shower right now.
Red clover tea.
It's a good one. Yeah, I know you like the red clover tea.
Love red clover
I
tea.
recently had the vanilla, which is one of their newer scents.
Yeah.
Which was really good. But I don't discriminate. I have a bag of Goat Boy soaps, and I reach in, and whichever one comes out. And the blackberry sage is what's in the rotation right now. And I'll tell you, my skin is smooth. and I smell great. And throw out all your coconut oil. Everything we just said about coconut oil, forget it. Just buy Goat Boy soap instead.
Natural ingredients, goat's milk, saponified oils that we talked about last week. The essential oils and the natural fragrances that are all there. So many different ones to pick and choose from. I also have a oatmeal one in my kitchen I keep, because that's the oatmeal is in there and it's got a gritty texture to it when you wash your hands.
There you go.
In the kitchen. So get yourself some Goat Boy soap. There is no better soap anywhere on the planet. I promise you that. And if you disagree, then you probably don't agree with us in general on anything we talk about anyway, so it probably isn't the show for you. So Goat Boy soap, go to goatboy.us. Handcrafted soap since 2001, based right here in the New Milford, Connecticut. Goat Boy soaps, give them a shout. Go by their website. Go do what you have to do to get a hold of Goat Boy soap and say, hey, I want to get me some soap. I want to get a lot of soap. I want to put soap in every room in my home that has a sink, so that every time I go near water, I use Goat Boy soap, wash my hands, wash my face, wash my everything. It's going to work.
Perfect for every orifice.
It'll even clean up Andy Dick. So the number 860-350-0676, 860-350-0676, goatboy.us.
It'll even clean up Andy Dick. That's the selling point. That's the best selling point. I thought you were going to say there before. It sounded like you were about to give a money back guarantee. Like, try it, and if you don't like it, I'll buy it for you.
You know what? If you want us to, we can do that as a show collectively.
Okay, well, after you come through with your Dunkin' Donuts card that you owe me.
I don't owe you one. You made that all up.
Michelle said to give me, and then I went double or nothing.
And then Michelle said she wanted to give it to me.
We'll play back the tape. No. That was a different Michelle.
Bogus
that was
questions.
a different Michelle. No. I had the Mary Kate Michelle, and you had the Ashley Olsen Michelle.
I'm okay with that.
You see, no, you're not okay with that because A, you don't know which one's which, and B,
you don't either.
That's like the Andy Dick of my generation.
Okay.
They kind of got
Andy Dick's not part of any generation. No, of course
Andy Dick is multi-generational.
He is
and multi-show. There's no reason Andy Dick should have made it into 3 consecutive shows, but damn you, Andy, for doing so. My goodness.
Curses Andy Dick.
My goodness.
All right, so moving on. What else do we have to talk about?
Did you catch any AAF football?
I did not yet.
Oh, man. I watched yesterday night. I watched the AAF.
I saw the Ashton Kutcher was talking about it quite a bit. He's all excited about it.
Yeah, he might be more. He probably has investment in it or something.
I'm sure he does.
It was pretty interesting because you're a football purist, and there are some things that they've done that I don't know if you would like. There's no kickoff.
Right.
As a Bears fan, I'm sure you like this. They got rid of the extra point.
Wow, that's a little painful.
Well, I mean, the Bears got rid of the extra point too this season.
Still a little painful.
The forcing to go for 2, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a different game. That's all.
And this is my favorite part. They basically swallowed the flags, and those ticky-tack NFL fouls don't exist. Well, it was like watching a game from the 80s, minus the talent. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Trent Richardson was there. That's cool.
That's cool.
I mean, there's some guys that didn't have great NFL careers that are there now.
I wish them the best. I hope it goes really well. I don't know if I'll be jumping on board to follow.
It's just cool seeing football in the spring, man.
Well, of course.
Spring ball is great.
You know, I'm a big fan of the old Arena Football League and everything it represented. And I also got to meet some amazing people through there, including Ron Jaworski and what are you kissing up for?
You met Kiss.
I did meet Kiss.
Yeah.
I did meet Kiss.
I'm not kissing up to anyone.
I can tell you, you know what the weirdest part was? That same time that I got to meet Kiss,
do tell.
I also got to know a true hero. So for you, as a Patriot fan, who's an iconic player that's not a Tom Brady, just someone who's around for years that you really liked yourself personally, that's still an iconic player, but not just as the number one on the top of the list?
Kevin Falk.
All right, so Kevin Falk.
I didn't even have to think about that.
Great example.
Yeah.
So for me in Chicago, as a Bears fan, of course, everyone loves Walter Payton, and I do as well. And the Dick Butkus and the Brian Urlachers.
How can you not?
There's a man I got to meet through Arena Football was Doug Plank. And if you... Dear Lord. It's just awful. There is such a stink in this room.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that stink is brought to you by White Castle.
Do me a favor. I'm going to hand you this right here. This is a bar of Goat Boy soap.
Yeah.
Please go use that.
I'll need to eat it. Got to clean me from the inside.
Lord. So the wonderful part of Arena Football, I get to meet a man named Doug Plank, who is a true icon in the city of Chicago.
Okay.
Do you know who Doug Plank is?
I don't know. Do tell.
Do you know, I'm sure you know this, the Great Bears defense of 1985?
I hear that they can dance.
Do you know the name of that defense in Chicago?
Super Bowl Shuffle.
Not the dance, you moron. So, the defense that changed all of football, the Bears 4-6 defense that Buddy Ryan created.
Oh, the 4-6. Okay, I know what the 4-6 is. Yeah.
Okay, so the 4-6 defense, and Buddy Ryan used to name a lot of his defensive strategies based on the key player within that and based on their number. Doug Plank was number 46.
Ah, okay.
So when you go to Chicago,
I've always wondered about that because 4-4 and 4-3,
Right.
3-4, those are yeah.
it's based on his number. So when you go to Chicago now and you look on the sideline, there's a guy in a Bear suit running around on the field wearing a jersey that says 46.
46.
Plank.
I've seen it.
It says Plank on his back.
Uh-huh.
That's Doug Plank.
Oh.
And Doug Plank was a coach of Orlando.
He's inside the Bear?
With him. No.
Oh, he's
Doug,
not.
Doug does a lot of play-by-play. He does a lot of college
the,
football play-by-play and stuff. He's outstanding.
If he was the actual mascot, though, that'd be great. What are you doing on Sunday, Doug? Well,
I got the jersey.
Gotta go be the Bear over here.
But Doug Plank taught me a tremendous amount about arena football, which was amazing to be. And by the way, I mentioned Ashton Kutcher, which I really appreciate the fact that his new show, The Ranch, that's been on Netflix now for a little bit.
Sure.
He wears all Arena Football League T-shirts and
That's great.
stuff all the time.
That's
so
great.
He gives a throwback to the old AFL, which I have a lot of love for in my heart.
That's great.
So I don't know why I went there, but we're talking about arena football.
Well, we're talking about non-NFL football.
Right.
Non-NFL
Right. So
professional football that starts with an A.
I love seeing football out there and more guys getting involved and guys getting their opportunity to play.
You going to watch it, though?
I'll watch some. I'll certainly watch some. I probably know a couple of players that are out there.
Ooh.
So I'll look for them. Yeah, of course.
You missed your tryout.
I missed my window.
Yeah.
I'm just too old and broken down now. But back in my day, I could pick up the quarterback by his leather helmet, throw him down.
You know what's great?
What's great?
While we were doing that Goat Boy Soap segment, I checked my phone, and they actually were tweeting with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he. I guess they shipped their. God, I hate. It's coming back to this again.
Don't hate.
Nah, they shipped their box to Andy Dick. Came back to Andy Dick again.
Well, good for him.
The whole show.
Let's
is
hope he
just
gets clean.
Full circle.
Let's hope he gets clean.
Hope he gets clean.
Let's hope it helps him out. I hope he uses it in the same way that you use it.
Do they have a scent called Clinic?
Oh, I don't know. Let's look for that. No, I don't think so.
No, Lisa, get on that. What? Okay. What if Clinic were a scent? Like, what scent would it be? Clean linens?
Iodine.
And clean linens?
Iodine and
mop bucket? I'm not.
That
not
would
sure.
be the cover of the picture would have to be a yellowed mustardy yellow mop bucket with strained peas inside and a mop.
This is why we don't work for Yankee Candle.
Yeah, it's a bad thing for us. But you know what? Goat Boy loves us and we love them back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, they're fantastic over there. I don't know. I don't know. The show kind of went off the rails a little bit today.
Way off the rails.
Yeah.
Way off the rails.
Hey.
After the commercial, we just fell off.
Yeah, I don't know. We need someone to come and resuscitate us. Something like that. Speaking of resuscitation.
There's a DNR on the door of the show, just so you know.
Shit. I was gonna say, did you see that article?
Die.
That article the other week about the
other week,
the fan of The Office. No. So
no.
there's a guy who knew nothing about CPR, but he watched The Office.
I did see that.
And he did CPR based on what he learned in that episode of The Office. Right?
Staying alive, staying alive.
Pump, pump, thrust, thrust.
No, the best is when she first says it and he goes, "First I was afraid, I was petrified." No.
The one thing, I mean, I'm glad that person survived because of The Office.
Yeah.
I'm also glad that he stopped at the CPR compressions and didn't go into cutting off the face like Dwight did. Because that just would have been weird.
Brilliant.
So you're alive now, but
why did you cut the face off?
why did you cut the face off? That's got to be one of my top moments of that show.
Oh, it's great.
Like, come on, that one scene. So you know what's this week? What's coming up?
Wednesday.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Wednesday is coming up, though. Yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah. Do you like when people say Valentine's?
No,
bother
oh my
you?
God. My biggest pet peeve like that when people is when they say Chipotle.
Oh yeah.
It's Chipotle.
Yeah.
It's
I like some Chipotle.
Not Chipotle. I hate Chipotle. I hate it when people say Wimbledon.
I hate library.
About library? That's oh my God. It's like people.
Or when they
learn to read.
That big box store that's a lot like you can go and you can buy a giant 20-pound bag of flour. Costco's.
Oh, Costco's.
It's not plural. There's only one.
Yeah.
Costco.
Yeah. Or Alzheimer's.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to someone the other day. It was Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
No. So anyway, about Valentine.
About Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So what's going on with that?
For me, I call it Black Thursday. I'm a single guy. There's nothing for me to do on Valentine. What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Oh, you can take out Rosie Palm for a nice night.
Oh, that's sweetie. Actually, believe it or not, I have plans that night.
Do you?
You're gonna be amazed where I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I was invited to a party for Valentine's Day. With no plus ones allowed.
Ooh.
Legislators only at the governor's mansion.
Stag party?
But you're only allowed to go stag. You can't bring a date. No one's allowed to bring anyone.
That's kind of, okay.
It's awkward to do for legislators who spend so much of their time with their spouse, but I said, I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
And, might as well.
Hey, I'll do whatever I have to do. To get this town to train, I'll do whatever I have to do. I will go spend Valentine's Day with our new governor.
Yeah, I don't do the flowers and chocolate thing.
No?
Well, no, I actually I was in the mood a couple weeks ago and just bought Lori.
It's a Hallmark holiday,
some roses. I bought her some roses because I felt like buying her some roses on some random Friday or something.
Attaboy.
Last week.
Attaboy.
Yeah, and it's okay, it's great. Yeah, one day for Valentine, but it's like okay, whatever. The roses are marked down, the chocolate's marked down,
or marked up in some places.
Yeah, but it's like whatever. I love you year round, so whatever. So we're gonna go home.
Hallmark holiday.
Put our kids to bed. I'm probably going to cook a nice dinner, maybe some lamb chops or some duck, whatever she feels like.
Nice.
So something a little bit on the romantic side. We'll probably have some wine and most likely watch, I don't know, like another Ted Bundy documentary on Netflix. And
that's
like,
romantic.
I love you. Like that's what our Valentine's Day is probably going to be.
Romantic.
We don't subscribe to the Hallmark holidays like that.
How many more are there?
I mean, I don't know. I guess most holidays have become Hallmark holidays in some sense. I mean,
well, sure.
Like kind of same thing. Mother's Day to a lesser extent because obviously mother deserves a day. But it's like, when you celebrate your birthday and you send your mother some roses,
right?
That's Mother's Day as well.
Yeah.
Every day is
Agreed.
Mother's Day.
Every
right?
day should be Mother's Day.
Exactly. So, that's another one that's somewhat of a Hallmarky type holiday. I think they've Hallmarkified. I mean, I don't know if you want to throw Christmas into it, but there are aspects of it that are completely Hallmarkified.
Retail. It's all retail, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Most holidays are basically getting to that point. Luckily Columbus Day never will be. Excuse me, Indigenous Peoples Day will never be that.
Wow.
It's like, I don't think you can Hallmarkify that one. You cannot Hallmarkify MLK Day.
It's tough, yeah.
You cannot. The day that they start to Hallmarkify President's Day.
Well, they basically do. Every car goes on sale for President's Day weekend, and we have Lincoln's birthday coming up too, and Washington's birthday coming up very quickly. So,
those are important days.
Shout outs to those guys.
Yeah, for whatever they did.
Shout out, yo.
Holla. Challah. I don't know, but Valentine's Day I've never really subscribed to too much of the Hallmark. I mean, we'll do something a little bit special, but every day is special.
There's a little special.
Every day is special. Do not ever look in my eyes like that. You're turning this red. Oh my goodness, look at you. You are turning as red as the curtains. You're going to do it again. You were about to just do it again.
I was going to do it again.
You were totally were going to do it again. Yeah.
Oh. Where is this gone? Where is this show gone?
I don't know. Let's I think it's about that time. So Mo, why don't you give me your etiquette tip for the week?
Yeah, I think this is fairly important since we're talking about Valentine's Day. I think it's important that not everyone has someone to go home to for Valentine's Day. So don't exclude them in conversations, make them feel awkward. Don't necessarily make a big thing about it, but just regular people on a regular day, man. Yeah. Remember on The Office, they were like, no one gets flowers. Don't put them on the counter. Don't. Yeah. Stop. Yeah. Hey, good for you. You have Valentine's Day. Cool. Yeah. Don't make other people feel down or sad or bad about it because, quite frankly, it's strictly a Hallmark holiday.
I can take that.
Most people don't really love it. So include those people. And you know what? Remember when we were kids? Everybody gave a Valentine to everybody. They still do. That's still a thing at my school right now. It's what they should. Or at my kids' school. You know what? Like, be kind, be nice, be wonderful to everybody. Share something nice, and you know what? Never hurts to give a pay it forward type thing. So maybe Valentine's Day, you buy somebody a coffee at Dunkin' drive-thru, get the car behind you, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Just be nice, be kind, be lovable.
I think
be lovable.
we
be
learned
lovable.
that,
Be
yeah,
lovable.
something.
Be lovable.
We learned that from that episode of The Simpsons, right? When Ralph Wiggum got no Valentines, and then Lisa came over and gave her the choo choo choose me one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same story there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely.
I think my etiquette. I've been working in New York City this week. A lot of walking on the sidewalks. A lot of people are walking with their heads down on their frickin' phones.
Yeah.
They're gonna cross the street into traffic. They're gonna bump into people.
Scary stuff.
I saw somebody with a baby carriage have to veer out of the way of someone who was inconsiderate, looking down at their phone while on the sidewalk. Now I use my phone a lot. When I'm walking down a New York City street, it's time to pay attention. So,
Very true.
New York City or not New York City, when you are a pedestrian, get off your phone. It's a safety hazard.
Well said.
And it is not polite. It's not polite to walk and text.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I was on my phone.
Hey, want more? Who doesn't? Follow us at The Bar Is Low, bro, on Twitter. Find us at The Bar Is Low on Facebooks. And give us a call, 631-7-Myke-Mo, 631-7-MYKEMO. Talk to you next time.